Well, here we are in sunny Austria. This is just outside Vienna. This place is called, I think, is it called the Goats Mountain?
Just outside Salzburg.
Just outside Salzburg, rather. I'm with Peter here. Salzburg would be in that direction behind those Alps over there, I would imagine.
It's down there.
In that direction, yeah. It really is a beautiful day for filming, and Peter's been kind enough to bring me up here today to, as you see, this incredible mountain range here. I think Germany's over there in that direction, somewhere over there. And Peter was just telling me they do hang gliding off here. As you can see, there's a slow gradient there, which is why it's so perfect for hang gliding. And my first time in Austria for many years, and it's an incredibly beautiful country. And I mean, Peter was just telling me the dialect is similar to German. It's almost like comparable to Scottish and English, the different dialects we get in the UK. 360. So this is one of the highest points. You can tell how high you are when you come up here by your ears pop, you know, like any high altitude. It's just incredible that the snow doesn't actually melt. It lasts just long enough, I suppose, for it to freeze at night, and it's back the next day. And I'm not sure how often they get snowfalls. So I've only been here an hour, but already I'm seeing a lot of Austria. Do a bit more filming while I'm here. Very peaceful, very tranquil, like any high place. You can probably see why Friedrich Nietzsche spent a lot of his time in the mountains. I can imagine it was very, very conducive to his philosophical thinking at the time. So we're coming to the edge now. You'll see down there that, whereas up here you've got loads of snow, down there there's none at all. So this is just outside Salzburg. Almost looks like Toy Town down there, doesn't it? Well, guten Morgen from Deutschland. We are here, the actual place, the Eagle's Nest, which is where it all happened. It was basically Hitler's command centre in World War II, and you'll see up there, it's closed at the moment, but there is the actual Eagle's Nest just up there. Look at that. That's where it all happened. That's where all the German leaders visited, Göring, all of them. That was the command centre for the Nazi Party in World War II. It's quite a tourist attraction now. I didn't realise it was quite this beautiful down here, but you'll see in the valley down there, it's more in the wetlands, it's thawed out. We just had a lovely German breakfast here, and it's -2 out there, so it is cold. And it is winter after all, so it's got something to do with the time of year. It's very high up. I'd like to come back here and have a look around in the summer some stage, because it's supposed to be very nice then. So we're just going to have a cup of coffee now. And I thought I say this is Germany, this isn't Austria. We've just come across the border into Germany, and it's some time since I've been here. So I was in the army here in the early 80s, and that was in Münster and Dortmund, another area. And as you can see, Germany is a very, very lovely country, and you could compare it to Scotland, but it's different in so many ways. But again, there is the Eagle's Nest. Been in a load of movies, Hollywood movies, and I was a German soldier in Band of Brothers, and I think they did some location work out here, and definitely in Switzerland. But one of the most fascinating films I saw about that era was one of live footage of Adolf and other German leaders, and it was actually lip read, so you could actually see and hear what they were actually saying at the time. And some of it, believe it or not, was quite humorous, about Goring needing a spear to hunt for boar and things like that. It was lip read, and it was on at the National Film Theatre some years ago. I don't know if it's available on video, I'm not sure. Yeah, so we're just going to have maybe a bite to eat now, a coffee or something. So I thought I'd show you the Eagle's Nest. I've always wanted to come here, and here we are. And see you again soon. So this is inside the actual tourist place in by the Eagle's Nest. I'll be very brief because I don't think I'm supposed to be taking footage here, but you see it was quite nasty, some of the things that happened. And this is the local terrain and a model. You see, it's the history of World War II, really. This place was important to the Germans in so many ways.
Dabei sein Werkzeug sein. Wer wollte behaupten, dass dieser Mann in der Führerschaft des Bolschewismus ohne das deutsche Volk war nicht geboren.
Ausgebauten Berghof und seinen Nebengebäuden war auch Hitlers Geliebte Eva Braun untergebracht. Sie und ihre Beziehung zu Hitler waren Staatsgeheimnis. Von ihrer Existenz durfte die Öffentlichkeit nichts erfahren. Diese Abschirmung gelang vollständig. Eva Braun war Filmamateurin. Sie hielt den Alltag des inneren Kreises der Berghofbewohner fest und ließ sich, gelegentlich selbst, in wenigen Szenen auch mit Hitler ablichten. Erst nach dem Krieg sind immer wieder in vielen Broschüren wegen denen in der NS.
Fascinating. My grandfather would have loved to have come here, you know, back. I think it was not necessarily pleasant memories, but I just think.
Because the king, the English, Edward was here.
Edward was here.
Yeah, you know the thank you note
Oh,
to Hitler.
right, yeah, because they moved him out. I think they moved him to Nassau in World War II in case Buckingham Palace must have got bombs. Yeah. It was King Edward. Is it King Edward or? Yeah, they moved. He was a personal friend of Hitler, I believe, and they moved him. I think they moved him out to Nassau in World War II in the Bahamas, so that he wouldn't be collateral damage if Buckingham Palace was hit, I would imagine. Some brilliant black and white footage here. I wish I still had a lot of my grandfather's black and white shots from Poland, because he was incarcerated in Poland for 6 years, and I would have given them to the Imperial War Museum, but
Wir mit einer großen Person an Sie herantreten, heute am Hochzeitstag meiner Schwester. Das bin ich, das nun über 2 Jahre im Lager Dachau weilenden Johann Brandner, Fotograf von Salzburg, möchte hiermit der unterzeichnete Vater und die Geschwister herzlichst um seine Entlassung bitten.
most of it is actually in German here. Very little in English. Some of the words I can understand. Browning weapons. Right, I would do just that. So here we are, this is on the other side of the Bergenhof. You see quite stunning scenery here. You'd think you was in Switzerland, but it's actually Germany. And all around is trees. This is a hotel. We're going to have some lunch here in just a moment, hopefully. Take a look at that. The actual eagle's nest is closed during the winter season. It's only open in the summer, so I'd like to go up there. I wonder if you can see the eagle's nest from here. Oh, there it is. Well, it's just showing the sun's in my eyes. Let me just see if I can get around the side. That's cold. Right, now, apologies for the sun there, but the eagle's nest is just up there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there it is. That's the eagle's nest. We're a bit high here. I must admit, I didn't realise it was quite so high. There it is, I think, open during the summer. And I wonder how you get up there, Pete. Is it like a cable car or a lift? A lift.
Part of it is a narrow street.
Right.
There's
Right.
a lift which doesn't seem to work very well.
It must be breathtaking views. My God. Funny, my ears haven't popped today. You know, they normally pop when I'm up at this altitude. But it's beautiful, yeah. So it makes you wonder what percentage of Germany is actually mountainous. I know in Albania it's about 75%, I believe. So Germany's got its mountainous regions, doesn't it? Which is England. We have the lowlands.
Yeah, in the south there's a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Going all the way to the Swiss border.
Right. It's a great day for a snowball fight as well. Yippee, there it goes. The town. So what is the nearest actual town to here then, I wonder?
Berchtesgaden.
Butcher's Garden, right. As I say, we have some of those words incorporated into English. Kindergarten is one, and garten is obviously a derivative of garden, you know. So
Berchtesgaden is I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think the English language actually modified so many times by Chaucer and then the Norman Conquest and later on Shakespeare. So it's been an evolutionary angle.
The Celts, you know, the Celts.
Right, the Celts, yeah.
And the Celts were also in England.
Yeah, I think the Celts were supposed to have originated from around the Rhine, was it, in Germany, I believe? Someone told me.
I don't know. There was the Celtic language. There's a lot of similarities everywhere.
Yeah. Because I know in Ireland, I think there's two types. There's Celtic and there's also, what is that one? Celtic and Gaelic. Celtic and Gaelic in Ireland, I believe, yeah. So we'll see you again soon. I hope you're enjoying the scenery as much as we are. And stay on this channel, there's more to come. Hopefully. Well, I don't know what that was all about, but it takes all types to make up a world, doesn't it? You know, I did some sort of pilgrimage or something like that. Some sort of religious Christian celebration.
No, this is only 2 days. Always it's the 5th and the 6th December. Always Nicholas Day.
Right, Saint Nicholas.
Is in Berchtesgaden a really old traditional.
Right,
and
right.
Always these 2 days. The man was not married.
Right.
Not married. Run from house to house.
Right.
To the children, and the Nicholas. Get in the inside and
because Saint Nicholas is really Father Christmas, isn't it? Yes. Father Christmas.
No, but the Nicholas is not the Santa Claus.
No, it's not Santa Claus. Yeah, Santa Claus is Pepsi Cola.
Yes. But by us in Berchtesgaden, it is a very old traditional 300 years.
Yeah.
You get from house to house, and with the Nikolaus and the Krampus, with a book. in the book the terrible from the children and the good from the children, and he listened and he say, "You are a good boy, you are not."
You
good
say he
boy.
wasn't married, you know. It reminds me of that survey they did in London when they said, "Excuse me, sir, are you married or happy?" He says, "Married or happy," you know. It's
And this traditional is always in Berchtesgaden with 5th and 6th December. And yes,
I think they have a similar one in Spain where they celebrate something on the 6th, I believe.
It's another, but
I was just curious. I expect to see Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or something coming up the hill. Yeah. Hi, I'm from Essex. Essex in the UK is a land of Saxons. Your Saxon people came to England to protect us from the Picts, and that's why we've got a language today, Anglo-Saxon.
And he goes to the hotel, and then when he's ready for the hotel, he goes to the next house with children.
Oh, fantastic! Very sort of very romantic sort of tale in that. Yeah, it's great. It's a beautiful place. I must come back. We've been in the hotel for lunch, and it was fantastic. The strudel was the best. Except in England, we always have strudel with custard. You know,
How long do you stay here?
1 week. 1 week. I stay with my stepfather, who used to be a rock star in the UK.
Tomorrow you get to Berchtesgaden.
Right.
And Berchtesgaden is other Krampus. This is with straw. With straw.
Right.
Weizen. What is Weizen?
Weizen heißt Weizen.
Weizen grasses.
Oh, right, grasses.
Weizen grasses.
Yes. My Deutsch is scheißen.
No problem. I show you a picture. I show you a picture.
Oh, danke. Yeah, this is only open in the summer. I would like to go up there, definitely.
You must come in
May or June or something like that. Must be beautiful here. Yeah, they've made a lot of movies, a lot of Hollywood movies up there, and documentaries. You all speak very good English. It's English. Yeah, I mean English people. Kleine Deutsch.
My best friend lived 4 years in Watford.
Watford.
Yes,
this
Watford.
is north.
And for 35 years was the English soldier was here as destination.
Soldier, right? I was here in the 90s.
2 kilometers after there.
Right.
Always every winter he comes to here. And my father and my uncle and he learn his skiing.
Oh, right.
But this is a special force. He come here to Berchtesgaden.
Right.
From the Second War.
Right. Yeah.
He have here a station.
Oh,
and he come always every year in the winter.
Right.
Come here, and my father and my uncle he learn his skiing.
All right. My Großvater was a prisoner in Germany, six years.
Okay.
6 years. But he said they treated okay.
This
very kind.
This one is Sputman. This is this.
Oh yeah.
I
wish I understood.
Other video. It's not so good. I have a better video.
I'll check it. Don't worry, I can check it out on YouTube. Yeah, I was just curious.
I have a video.
Aber du findest es halt noch.
Ja, ich finde es halt noch. This one. This is in Berchtesgaden. Always by the Bauer, by the farmer,
right.
in the house, in the old house. Translation, nicht translation.
Yeah. Danke schön. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. Is it Protestanti or Catholica?
Catholic.
Catholic.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
This is with.
Oh, right.
This is tomorrow and today and tomorrow in Berchtesgaden.
Oh, we got to come back.
Here is always with
A little.
bell,
yeah.
Bell, and in Berchtesgaden is with straw.
Straw. We say straw. In Deutsch, this is
Straw.
Yeah. It's very similar. Similar.
You can drink a straw rum.
Straw rum. Yeah, we suck through a straw. Yeah. Danke schön. Willkommen und danke. Danke schön. If you come to Essex,
I'm a
I'll say,
little bit,
oh God, yeah. Don't worry, yeah. Have a good bath, yeah.
Why?
Welcome.
I can give you a kiss.
Oh, please, I've got to have such a beautiful Fraulein. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can, yeah. Oh, so romantic, yeah. Now I'm part of it myself.
The old Krampus, when you 30
Yeah.
or when you're married, you don't. When you're married, you don't run.
Right.
Or when you're married, it's empty.
Right, sounds like most married men, yeah.
To 16 years old, and when you over when there's a run, by us is old Krampe.
It's old grandpa, yeah.
You help the new Krampus by.
Listen, don't let anyone ever tell you you're old. You're as old as you feel, and aging is something biological, not chronic. What would you rather have? I'd rather an 80-year-old man's body that's healthy than a 50-year-old man's body or 20-year-old that's full of drugs and big beer belly and all that. You know, I don't want to end up like that. You know, but yeah, it's a beautiful country, and I've never realised how quite nice it is. But thank you for the history lesson and the religious lesson as well. Yeah.
And I wish you a very best holiday.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you. I'll definitely back. Thank you. I will cherish. I won't wash. I'm not going to wash, honestly. Danke, Shine. Yeah. So this is the other side of the hotel where we're going to have lunch in a moment. So up there you see more incredible Alps. The sun's on there. It's amazing the snow doesn't actually melt. And this is just a stunning hotel. I'll take you inside in just a moment and you'll see just what I mean. Yeah. See. Christmas tree, yeah. This is where it all started from, Germany, wasn't it? If it wasn't for Prince Albert decorating the tree, we'd have never had Christmas in the UK. I think it had something to do with it. Would you like a drink? I'll just take him around the hotel. Grand piano there. Beautiful. Yeah.
I wonder how much it costs to stay here.
Yeah, I reckon double the price of the Dorchester.
Be overbooked. You might get a good deal.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, we could. Do you fancy it? Could. It's a beautiful place to stay. This is where Christmas all started, really. I mean, in England, when you see Winter Wonderland and all that, I mean, it's all German companies that are making the money on those things, you know. Sorry. So God knows what we're going to have for lunch. It's a magical mystery tour. Bye.
Ankommen. Kommt gleich wieder.
Maybe like a cocktail first or something.
One? Not for me.
Yeah, no, you
gotta drive.
yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. So you see, it's a beautiful hotel. I imagine it's a beautiful price as well. But, nice place to stay. Right for anyone's mind. Anyway, see you after lunch. So I just thought I'd show you the menu here. In this glorious hotel, I'm going to start with, I think, tomato soup, Bavarian style tomato soup, followed by, I think, a club sandwich, and Peter's going to have the Bavarian Alps burger, which sounds absolutely delicious. Well done. And here comes waiter now. Well, here we are at the Kempiski Hotel in the Berchtesgaden, which is right in the centre of Bavarian Alps, I believe. And with me is my beloved friend and stepfather, believe it or not, Mr. Peter Arneson, formerly of the Rubettes, the Hollies, tell me if I'm wrong, Leo Sayer, session musician, and a great one at that. You've only got to hear his piano playing as a testament to his... and I just thought it'd be an idea, because I don't see too much of Peter, just to do a little interview about his working career with the Rubettes. And we were just talking about the Rubettes who, from what I know about them, correct me if I'm wrong, they were only, you were only with them, I believe, for 6 months. And you were the only American with them, and the rest were all from, I believe, Dagenham in Essex, and which is unusual. And... In the UK today, they're still seen as a sort of sentimentalist band. You know, their hits, I can remember 3, Sugar Baby Love, Jukebox Jive, and what was the other one? Tonight. I mean, those 3, they're still, even from people younger than myself, people remember them. But over to you, Pete. What would you say? What put you off leaving the Rubettes? Was it the amount of teeny boppers that were waiting for you out? Was they throwing knickers at you at the time? Was it this sort of thing that put you off? I imagine, like Beatlemania, it must have gone on to a degree.
Well, it wasn't really my kind of music, but I got into it through being a session musician, because we were most of the musicians in it. Put together by the drummer,
right?
John
Richardson, yeah.
Who invited me to join, and because to promote the hit, actually, this came first. Sugar Baby Love. And we did. So we got together and we worked out a stage presence and sort of a brand, you know, the caps and the white suits and that.
Because I understand before they had like more of a sort of leather look.
Yeah, we tried the leather jacket thing for a while, but it wasn't that good. But, like I said, it wasn't really my thing. And I enjoyed it for 6 months. It was fun. Being a pop star and number 1. And
I remember it well. I mean, I can remember...
On stage being screamed at and rings thrown in my direction. And all sorts of stuff from mainly a female, pubescent young... female audience, you know. Amazing. Screaming. That's what we appealed to.
Because I remember, I never thought I'd end up having one as a stepfather, because myself and my grandmother used to watch it, and she loved all those bands of the time, Alice Cooper, Slade, and the Rubettes. And it was, I think they were just great songs as well, Sugar Baby Love.
Well, they were well produced.
Well produced.
I didn't like the songs that much. I guess it wasn't my kind of... But... they were well done. They were well produced. And it was they hit the right spot at the time.
Because I like the start of Sugar Baby Love. They start with you and the other pianist with the pianos, and the camera zooms past them. It was I think prior to Bohemian Rhapsody, where the Queen. I think you were number 1 in 1974.
We came out at the same time.
It's roughly the same time, wasn't it?
ABBA with Waterloo and the Bohemian Rhapsody. And
and then there were Christmas. It was I know the photographer on he was my friend Roy for the Cine Club. He was the principal photographer on Bohemian Rhapsody, which I think they filmed originally in video, believe it or not. But it was all roughly about the same time. And this was really per se the start of good pop videos, wasn't it? You know, at the time that were tailor made, and. I sort of remember seeing you years ago, at the time when punk rock first came out, at the time of when you were playing with a band called, what was it called, that band? Cheap Flight, and they were a good band. Do you have the menu for the sweets, please? It's here. Would you do? We're not in rush, And they were a great band, but I think, at the time when you were playing in Victoria Park, it was the start of punk rock, and people had got fed up with the glam image, and it was just coming onto a new sort of genre, which was punk rock. Although it was short-lived, punk, I would say, a lot of those bands, despite their music ability not being so good, they were exciting bands. I don't know if you'd agree with some of the punk bands. And I've always liked Alice Cooper, who's been described as a punk. Do you have any like memories of working with Leo Sayer and the Hollies at all? Fond memories with them? And
I've just been in touch with Leo the other. His name's Gerard, you know.
Oh, Gerard, I didn't know that. Wow.
Gerard Sayer.
Gerard Sayer, yeah. He's English, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
He's English,
in
yeah.
Australia.
Wow, and he still has the same hair.
Well, I haven't seen him. He got in touch with me.
Right. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Because when he first came out, he had a like a clown sort of uniform, a bit similar to Gilbert O'Sullivan. I mean, when Gilbert O'Sullivan first came out, he had like a early 20th century like Barrow Boy look, and then he ditched all that. I think maybe for his female fans to have an afro sort of hairstyle. And but Leo Sayer as well, I thought had some great numbers. I mean, for me, one of the best.
Song,
yeah. I think Thunder in My Heart was a brilliant number. I don't know if you worked on that one. It's more of a rock number. I hear a thunder in my heart.
I did live work with him. I didn't record with him.
Right.
We had to put a band together for a couple of tours in Australia.
Yeah. And I think he's still touring at the moment. I think when I was working in Brighton, I think he was down there. And you know, and it's a shame. I think a lot of these bands, like one reason I like Nazareth is because, I mean, Dan McCafferty, who's left the band now, he said he never wanted to describe them as a sentimentalist band like Slade or The Sweet, who are still going, but they're still playing hits that they had 40 years ago, whereas Nazareth have had continuous new albums over the last 50-odd years, you know. So it depends what they want, really, I suppose, and it's a pension for them, I suppose. But thank you very much for that interview, and it will go down well. Yeah, thank you very much. Great being here. So hello again from Munich, Deutschland, and this area now is quite famous historically, particularly from World War II, because it's where the famous putsch took place. Those marks on the wall there, believe it or not, are similar to ones you see at Dunkirk. They're actually bullet holes from the putsch staged by Hitler and the Nazi Party. There's one, I think, that got Mr. Hitler jailed for the first time. Putsch literally means, I believe, coup d'etat, where they tried to overthrow the German government. I mean, there's loads of them everywhere. It must have been quite a battle. I don't know how many died, but there's bullet holes everywhere there. Closest I've seen to that is in Dunkirk. If you walk along there, you see a load of bullet holes everywhere. Look at that. And must be sort of Gatling gun or something. So this is the square, apparently, where it all took place. And I think it's also where Hitler started to write the or outline Mein Kampf, which went on to become a bestseller at the time. Yeah, you know, it's a bit like Trafalgar Square. It's just another square. The tram lines going through it. Lions up there, not British lions. Second city where I think I've been, where there's been like an attempted coup. The other one was Madrid. And shortly after Franco died in '75, I think you find there was an attempted coup d'etat on the Spanish government by the fascist supporters to reinstate themselves in the Spanish government. It never happened, it was put down. But they had a good try. So going back, well, I suppose it must be nearly 100 years ago, this is where that putsch took place, the famous Munich putsch. And I mean, I think Munich was the first city to fall to the National Socialist Party, I believe. I know so much about this, I think, because I grew up with two people who were around at the time of the Second World War. And as I say, my granddad being incarcerated. I'm not an acknowledged authority on the subject, but you know, it's part of our history, and you can't forget it. Yeah, those bullet holes are still quite easy to be seen. So I wonder what year that would have been. I mean, we're now, what, nearly 2020, so it must have been nearly 100 years? 1926, so 90 odd years ago, yeah, just over 90 years. Wow. Who would know it now, you know, that once a massive battle took place here, you know, big enough. Who would know it, looking around, people enjoying themselves. So you look at those, they're very, very similar to the House of Windsor, the House of Hanover, extremely similar. And Germany did have royalty, had Mad King Ludwig, I think it was, of Bavaria. But it's very, very similar to the so-called British royal families crown. Christmas crazy out here. Peter was just telling me that this city is one of the richest German cities, and if you look at people walking around, they have some very, very nice clothes, leather trousers, etc. It's not cheap. So if this is the richest, I wonder what the poorest part of Germany would be. Would it be Berlin, I suppose?
No, in the east.
In the east, right.
Yeah, the former... Yeah.
The Eastern Bloc still, yeah, former Eastern Bloc.
Former East Germany.
Yeah. Can we have a little look in here? Yeah, well, that's a coincidence, because it's the same in England. When you think about the east of England is traditionally more poor than the west. Full of little luxuries one can afford. I've got a cinema here. I've heard there's a new movie out at the moment. It's supposed to be very good. It's called Two Names. What's the name of it? They said it's a brilliant film. It's called oh God. It will come to me, but apparently it's an excellent story. Someone recommended it to me. It will come to me. Germans tend to have a very, very sweet taste. Look at that. This is Munich Cathedral. Protestant, Catholic, I haven't got a clue. Maybe you could tell me. I imagine Catholic. Incredible. Religions tend to be on the whole anti-sex. They tend to have nudes in churches. There's a dichotomy there somewhere. Nude epithes in church. Sadomasochism, bondage, you name it. All seems to be acceptable within the church, but frowned upon outside it. Please explain that one to me. So well, this is a famous Bavarian beer keller where we are now. As you can see, extremely busy. Maybe this explains why a lot of Dankeschön, a lot of male Germans are very, very overweight. If you think Christmas is crazy in England, you should come here. Like Santa's Grotto. Drink and be jolly. This is Bavarian beer. Cheers. Cheers. Yeah. Beautiful machines, yeah. Yeah, I found out, I think, what Jerry Anderson did when he had his studio in Slough. They put a load of egg boxes around the studio, which sort of soundproofed it. That was one way of doing it.
Yeah, but this is not professional. I use it for demos.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and,
still great machine. Yeah.
yeah, it's TDAC.
Oh god, yeah. So it is, yeah. Because hiring a studio in London is astronomical these days. I've done it myself. Around, did you ever use one? What was the name of the one in Mill Hill? There's one in Mill Hill, famous studio. What's the name of that one? De la Lune. I can't remember. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Yeah. Yeah, so you certainly can't annoy any neighbours down here, can you?
No, I practice the drums.
Drums as well, I've never had any complaints.
Yeah.
Great. It's ideal place to have it in the basement, I must admit.
Yeah. I was lucky.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the apartment is over there. And then,
Yeah.
and luckily, I knew the guy who owns this house.
Yeah.
Through, he's a friend of it's a friend of my cousin, actually.
Right.
And he said, oh, I have some rooms in the basement.
Oh, right. So ideal. You're lucky, right in more or less the centre of Salzburg as well, yeah. Great stuff. Some amazing machines. Yamaha still good. Perfect studio. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna let you.
So this is the cathedral.
Big dome, yeah.
Big dome. Wow. Yeah, you can see this is where Christmas all began, can't you? And unlike Winter Wonderland in Hyde Park, at least you can move. At least it's not. You're not packed in like a pack of sardines, you know.
Yeah.
Anything about it. There's the dome. I see what you mean, though. Very touristy.
Yeah.
Super schön Anblick.
The first.
Oh wow, look at this. Stuff. Thank you. Yeah, I was walking around earlier on and I met a couple of ladies, these girls. I said, "Where are you from?" And she said, "Hungary."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, if you're hungry, we can always take you down the road and buy you a burger or something, you know." So she moved on.
The joke?
I don't think so. Yeah. And there was another guy who got into trouble stealing an advent calendar, apparently. You know those advent calendars, and he went to court and the judge gave him 4 months. I'll be a comedian one day.
Wait a minute, I don't get it. What?
He stole a calendar. He got 4 months.
What?
4 months. Yeah, calendar month. Right now?
Yeah. Okay.
He was incarcerated for 4 months. So. It's one of those delayed effect jokes. You'll get it about 4 hours from now when you're driving back.
Delayed bomb.
Yeah, delayed. Yeah. Oh, so sweet. What's this called? Harmonium? Oh, zithers. Yeah. Well, they have these in Japan, don't they? And Eastern. I'll give us some money. I think I've got some change on me. Yeah, I don't know if I have actually. I have not got. I gave it to the waiter.
Huh?
I gave it to the waiter.
Which waiter?
When I had the Italian just now. Oh yeah. I'll get some later on. Oh well, look at this. This is just like a sort of citadel, is it?
Yeah.
Reminds me similar to those in Spain, you know, those Toledo.
Yeah.
You've been to Toledo at all? Or?
No, I've never been to Spain.
Oh, incredible city, yeah. Don't know what that's all about, yeah.